bucks isn't so much to ask to transfer him over to wherever else I want to go and not have to go through all that again, not have to collect all that stuff again. Being able to be like, hey, look, I've got all these things. Like, why do you play an MMO if not to collect things that are later going to be like a I was there kind of thing, like a title or an item that no longer can be found in the game, a pet that you can't get anymore, a mount that you can't get anymore, whatever. Why would you want to leave all that stuff behind if you're moving servers and you're serious about moving servers? You're not just like, oh yeah, I'll come over and play with you, in which case go ahead and just make a new guy, maybe do like a well, you can't do a recruit a friend at that point, but like if you're serious about the game in a way that your character actually is worth something and you're just trying to move that $40 isn't so bad, I don't think.
I don't think so either. I'm okay with all that. Now, this is an interesting point. Now, this is where I was
25.
pointing at Khan. I was like, I'm going to hold you to that, sir. I do believe Khan said that he's not okay with the game selling power, basically. Not selling me level gains or whatever. Guess what's in Guild Wars 2 there, Khan? EXP boost. Stupid amount of EXP boost. Shame on you, ArenaNet. Shame. But they've already got my money, so I'm going to have to just bite the bullet and deal with it.
But now I might be getting people who have said one thing and another mixed up. I don't know if it was you or Stole or both of you, but you're claiming that Guild Wars 2 is not a full-fledged MMO. It is a multiplayer RPG.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Which I agree with. So who cares?
This is true.
Question.
This is true.
Why does it matter? By definition, well, not by definition, but like typically a single-player role-playing game, it's okay to be overpowered. Look at any Bethesda game, except maybe Oblivion, because they had level scaling, but Morrowind and Skyrim now, they don't scale levels, at least not in a huge way. So if you know where an epic item is, there's no level requirements for things. There's no stat requirements for anything. At level 1, if you know where to go get the freaking Sword of White Woe, you can walk to Balmora, walk up to that guard shack, look on top of the armoire there next to the guy, and grab the sword, and you have an epic item at level 1.
Is it really there?
Yes, that's what it is. You go to Balmora, and you go up in the guard tower. I think it's Balmora. Now that I'm thinking, it might be Redoran. But anyway, you go up there, and you grab the thing.
Are you mixing Star Wars with
It's actually called Balmora?
Oh, yeah, no, I've thought that ever since they announced that planet. There's a city in Morrowind called Balmora. It's like the first city you go to.
Really? Oh.
From the starting zone, yeah.
Oh.
It's like a canal city. It's pretty cool. But anyway, you can go and get epic items there. Does having a multiplayer aspect make it to where it's no longer okay to be overpowered in the game? It's a free-to-play game. I mean,
Yeah,
just because there's other people running around, is it any detriment to them that you're overpowered?
Not at all. I mean, I'm like this.
Outside of, like, PvP.
I will say this. The little bit of Guild Wars 2 I did play, I didn't feel threatened by anybody walking around. I didn't feel as if I was in competition or anything. It felt like it was just something fun to do or whatever, so.
Well,
See, if it's not a competition, then it doesn't matter what anybody has, and that removes
that's the thing about Guild Wars 2, is that they took a lot of the things that people hated about other MMOs and thought of new and different ways to, or at least tried to think of new and different ways to resolve those issues. One of the things I always hated while leveling was, if somebody else is leveling in my area and they're on the same quest as me, I hated it when they killed the mob that I needed to kill. So in Guild Wars 2, you guys get together, you guys kill the mob together. You don't even have to be in a party. You guys both get credit for it. Same XP, same everything. You're not in competition for mining nodes or anything like that. It's more cooperative than competitive.
And if it's a cooperative thing, then it does not matter what anyone has, because like being in a guild situation, the guy next to you's gear being better than yours is only beneficial to you because he's killing things that are going towards your quest count or whatever.
Towards your goals.
Yeah. So in that way, having a pay-to-win model isn't really a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
And they do need to sustain their servers and stuff, so there has to be a way for them to make money, even though it's a buy to play game.
Buy to play.
You never have to pay for it again. They've got to have something to sell people on. So
All right.
why not?
All right, moving on to the next topic. I'm gonna stop jumping on Guild Wars 2 because they've already got my money. They've already got
And
Khan's money.
You'll start a riot. Let's
And
They
be
don't have my
honest.
money yet, but I'll probably buy it. If it runs well on my computer, I'll buy it.
all right, what is PvP? Do you feel as if PvP should come with a rule set such as honorable kills, lawful kills, yada yada yada, or do you think that it's a dog eat dog world and PvP should have no limitations in game or socially? And I'll let Shaky get this first. Go ahead, Shaky.
Well, I'm definitely one of those people who I don't like when people complain about getting griefed because I mean there are people who are going to do that, but if you're on a PvP server, you are signing up for that. I mean, there's no griefing on a PvP server, really. I mean, you can not in the technical term. Obviously, if you're causing someone grief, that's one thing, but there's not something that you can like report people for. And I think people that cry about that are just funny. Like, play on a PvE server. Don't do that. I'm not above jumping on somebody. Like, if I'm on a PvP server, I try not to camp people because that does get old. But if somebody's like in the middle of a fight, I'll shoot them in the back of the head. I don't care. Like, I think it's funny. Like, I pine for the days of yore and WoW that I missed, where like priests could just mind control people, like, and kill them. Like, people don't fall for that stuff anymore. You know, like back when, I mean, that was like the best thing about a priest to me. I never really played a priest because I was never really got into that. But I heard that they could mind control people. I was like, that is the best thing ever. I tried doing it. I got a priest to like level 50 something. I was in Stranglethorn Vale. And I was trying to like do that to people, and I was like, man, this just isn't working. Like, there's no cliffs nearby. Like, it's just it kind of lost its luster for me. The idea of that was hilarious. And actually, no, I did mind control a couple people where they were like getting carried through the zone by a level 80 friend, and I had to I mind controlled the high level guy and just killed him.
What a dick.
But you know, like, I'm not gonna like ruin someone's day. Like, I'm cool just doing those little things here and there. But thank you, yeah, Gramuna Suzuki. If you play on a PvP server, you have to be, your head has to be on a swivel. You are scared. That's the fun of playing on a PvP server, is being in a zone and having to look around. In fact, when I see, I'm not like a hardcore PvP or anything like that, but when I see people from the other faction running by, I'm just like frustrated that I can't attack them because it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, more so in WoW, less so in Star Wars, because in Star Wars everyone's the same races, they all speak the same language. It's kind of like you don't have that inherent, like, I have to kill you.
Because I don't understand you.
Yeah, but in WoW, if I'm in Orc and I see a Draenei walk by, I want to smash them. Try. even if they're higher level, I'm the type of person that will just run up and attack people. You don't lose anything. There's no reason not to, like, have fun with it. You don't, like, lose all your stuff. And that's another thing, there's those hardcore, like, Ultima players and things like that might have a different idea, like, where you do lose everything, or, you know, permadeath, things like that. I can't say I would roll on a server like that. Maybe that's too much for me, but just fun world PvP, why not? You can do whatever you want. I don't think that there's any, like, honor to it. Like, a friend of mine was playing Dark Souls, and I guess on Dark Souls, I don't do a lot of online on that. He plays it way more than I do, even though I got him into the game. He was saying how people tend to, like, bow. There's some emotes in that game, and you, like, bow to each other before you attack when you invade somebody. And he's just like, fuck that, I'll backstab you while you're bowing to me. Once you lock into an animation in that game, you can't, like, move to get out of it. So if you bow, you're bowing, and he can run around you and just kill you. And he'll do that. And, like...
This guy sounds terrible.
Yeah, he's a dick. I don't know if I would do that. I don't know. Like, why not? I mean, there's really no rules. People can do whatever they want, but at that point, it's just role playing.
All right.
Really.
Stole, your turn.
Are there anything left to say after that?
Bending over the showers. That's basically what it is.
Um,
How animation might like drop the soap animation.
Oh.
Oh no, I see him coming out of the corner of my eye, but I can't do anything. Let's say I started playing WoW on a PvP server. And I played the losing faction. I played the Alliance against like a 3-to-1 ratio with the Horde.
Mm-hmm.
So we couldn't go anywhere. Like, you would walk out of Stormwind and get attacked. You could stay in Stormwind. They would raid the city to come get you.
Yes. Are there city raids in SOTOR at all?
No,
I haven't seen them.
not. I mean, we can invade like their outpost on a planet, but that's about it.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
You can't go to their capital world.
No.
So,
That's okay, I guess.
yeah, a lot of it you're locked out of. You can't even travel there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in WoW, it's like, if you roll on a PvP server and you roll, and sadly to say, if you roll on the losing side, you log in expecting to get fucked up every 20 minutes. I guess the problem comes down to those who grief, and I use grief in a very strong term. I don't use it very lightly. I don't say, oh, he killed me, he's a griefer. No. I'm talking about the asshole rogue.
People who make it to where you are not playing anymore that day.
Yeah,
Right.
the rogue who has killed you 9 times. You have counted. Every time you rest, he stabs you and laughs and disappears. And you res again and he stabs you and laughs. There's no, you can't even hearth out of the area. You can't walk 2 feet. It makes you want to roll on get on another character. Those are griefers. They get absolutely nothing out of it. There's no honor kill. They're killing you when you're half dead, so there's definitely not, especially in WoW now. It's just because they think it's funny. Those are griefers. The guys that heavily PvP, the guys that raid the cities, the guys that, fight outside of instances, those are just PvPers.
So you mean the guy who, even though you have made it abundantly clear, I don't want to fucking fight you, the guy's like,
Fight you, like I'm level 20.
the guy who's like, well, you're gonna fight me anyway, or I'm gonna stick my arm elbow deep in your ass.
Yeah,
That
the high levels that go to like the level 20 areas.
See, but it's a PvP server. You can do that. I mean, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that those are good people.
You can, but
What
can and
happens?
Yeah.
should are two different things. Is the
Yeah.
question though?
I'm not saying should. I'm just saying I'm fine that exists because there's people that will do that. There are people in real life who will just murder you.
Yeah, and you know what? Those guys are fucking assholes. Fuck them.
Right. Well, I guess
I'm not saying that they're not PvPers. I'm saying that the term griefer goes up there with without like even when it was not even fun anymore. The first time you go up and you gank a level 20, you laugh, you move on. You might do it 2 or 3 times. When it starts becoming like an hour-long process.
Okay, here's I guess this is the differentiation. I'll tell you what, I kill lobies in games if I cross their path because it teaches them not to flag or be in an area that is dangerous at their level. If you're gonna run around Duratar, which is a safe zone on WoW, even on PvP servers, I'm pretty sure it's not completely open. Your homeland is still safe for you. If you're flagged, you deserve to die. You're asking for it. That's fine. And I think, again, I'm not one of those old school Ultima players where it's just like, yeah, you should be able to kill everything in the game and ruin it for everybody. There's a reason they don't do that anymore.
So are you saying that there should be
Safe
restrictions?
zones, very, very light.
Very light.
A safe zone is fine. I don't like the way SOTOR does it where you can't go to the home planets because if you go to the enemy territory, you're inviting them to attack you. You have to flag. I like the way Blizzard does it. You go to the enemy city and you are auto-flagged and they don't have to flag. So they can beat your ass if they want to, but you're able to go there and invite them to do that. I don't like being completely blocked off from even trying that. I do like being able to kill NPCs as long as they come back in a reasonable amount of time. I mean, that's why you have alts. Like, have alts so if somebody's fucking... I believe this. If they're camping, whatever, Terran Mill, and you can't play there anymore, find something else to do. Sorry.
I also have a problem with the people who exploit the game.
Yeah.
And let's be honest.
Okay. Wait. Stop. Before I swear to God, this will go on for 8 hours.
No, I just one more thing.
All right.
I promise. That's it. you know, it wasn't the problem with the killing people. Like I said, it was a problem with like the hour-long camping. You know, switching to your alt and coming